Yeah, I just saw that, yeah. Right. Good morning, all. Welcome to tourism meeting, July 18th. One of the few times we're really starting on time. So everybody's not used to it, but we're going to move forward.
Amazing.
All right, I need a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting on March 23rd.
Make that motion.
File, Mr. Leggett. Any questions? I've got to welcome Ms. Bramer and Ms. Runyon are on YouTube, so thank you for being there. Any questions up from YouTube? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
We're gonna have Lisa Grant start our agenda meeting on two resolutions that we need to pass.
The first resolution is to authorize a contract with Catamount Color to print 30,000 copies of the 2022 Warren County Winter Travel Guide at a cost of $8,290. We sent out the bid to 3 different printers. Catamount Color came in first. One printer did not respond. The other printer, Benchmark Printing, sent it in late, so it was postmarked July 2nd, so we couldn't accept it. So we're going ahead with Catamount Color's bid.
All right, I need a motion approved though. Mr. Wild, Mr. Leggett. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, passed. Second resolution.
The second resolution is to authorize the application to the Empire State Development for matching funds for 2023. And in January of 2022, Empire State Development's legal counsel informed their team that they would be required to submit new valid county resolutions. And our last one was dated 2016. It was actually, we've given you a copy of the 2014. It was tweaked a couple times, just minor tweaks. So we do need a new resolution. I'm thinking we probably will have to do this resolution every year in order to apply for our matching funds for 2023, which we will be getting the application in, I believe it's September.
And it's also to appoint TPA also.
Yes, they want it clear that it's the organization that is the TPA, the Tourism Promotion Agency. So that would be the Warren County Tourism Department. And then we're naming Paul Tackett as the project director. Once the resolution is in place, the project director can be changed without a further resolution.
I need a motion. Mr. Leggett. Mr. Wild, anybody out there? No? All right, everybody understands what we're doing? Yes.
There's no dollar amounts listed on this. It's
No.
matching. They provide X number of dollars. We provide Y number of dollars to match. How many dollars is that usually?
Well, this year it was $57,522. In the past, it's been more than that.
Went down a little bit, yeah. Went down last year. And we don't know yet what it's going to be for 2023.
Okay, so come budget season, the line item you would have in the tourism budget, you
We
would
would have
know
it.
what the amount is. and
We wouldn't know.
you
We would not know yet until later in the year, in December. So we just estimate.
Another word for guess.
All right.
Mhm.
Any other questions? Any other questions? All right, all in favor, say aye.
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 Anybody against? Motion approved. All right, we're gonna just do a little bit something different. We had planned a little bit more for discussion items. Unfortunately, Kristen Hannaford is not out in today. We've heard that she has COVID. And Tanya Brand is out sick today. So we're going to start with Paul Tucker. He's going to give you the update on the general office management. Go ahead, Paul.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Paul Tackett. I'm the
Tackett,
tourism.
I'm
coordinator.
sorry.
That's okay. I answered about anything. I am the tourism coordinator in the office, and Supervisor Merlino has asked me to serve as office manager in the interim until
Oh, no.
director is appointed. Good morning, Supervisor. So what we're doing is, well, you all know Joanne, you know, she implemented a solid program, and she's put together a competent team, I would say, to manage that program. So we're kind of just in management mode. Most of our contracts and everything are approved and launched well in advance of the season. So we're kind of just tweaking them as we go along. And, Peter will have more on that. So what I'm doing, I am taking all of Joanne's email and phone calls, and with Lisa's help, making sure nothing falls through the cracks on that. And that actually is what brings us here today. So that's a good thing. We're in our busiest time of year, at least for me, visiting businesses and supplying them with travel guides. Our totes are very popular this time of year that they can give out to their visitors and guests. And we're also reordering and restocking all that inventory so that we can keep up with it. It's been particularly popular this year, so we need to keep those orders up in place. And that's also a chance to talk with business owners and remind them of what the county does for them and what's available to them along the lines of like a website page that we do completely for free. It gives them a lot of exposure. And that's a surprise to a lot of them since many of them don't have web pages. And they can take advantage of that. The website inquiries are up from last year, so we're sending out probably between 100 to 150 travel guides a week. And that'll spike if we have a particularly successful social media campaign. Excuse me. And then our monthly e-blast, which is really popular, upwards of 40,000 opt-in readers. That's going out July 20th, and that's also expanding the number of advertisers, so our businesses realize that there's some value in that. And other than that, I mean, pretty much we all know our jobs. We've been doing them for years, and that's what's going on.
All right, any questions, Paul?
You get a raise?
We're not talking about raises. Right? How about out there, Ms. Bramer or Ms. Runyon, any questions? Oh, could they hear us? I think we can hear us.
Yeah, Claudia nodded.
No questions, thank you.
All right, we'll move on. Peter, sorry. Peter Gerard, give us a rundown of what you've been doing.
Yes, as Paul said, it's business as usual. We've been through this program year in, year out, and it's mostly the same. This time of year is pretty busy because we're finishing up summer. We're getting into our post-4th content. So that's just managing content and letting consumers know that there's a lot of stuff going on. And we monitor how far that stretches into the fall based on the good weather. So that includes digital content, website stuff, social media posts. Also a lot of asset collection, photos that we use for next year's guides and next year's stories. So it's pretty busy. We're also in the process of speccing out our fall TV campaign. Gathering video shoot assets for production so that we can have another new spot the subsequent year. Speaking of fall TV, as part of the new contract amendment, we need workshop to provide or needs some sort of board approval. So we will be having them provide their plan of attack for next meeting that you guys can review and release funds for.
Football.
Yeah, it used to be just kind of year and go for it, but now each season needs plan and approval from the committee chair and committee. So that'll be coming. They'll be sending that over as well as a review of what we have, what they've done in the pre-4th campaign. We're working on the summer print ads finished up into fall print ads and winter. Actually, we're doing a winter travel guide. That resolution that just passed today. Usually this time of year, we're putting together a year-round travel guide, but the supply chain issues have lingered and there's paper shortages, and these printing companies couldn't commit to ordering that kind of stock, that paper stock, without an official contract. So we had to split that up and do a summer light guide, which has actually been received really well, and our winter guide. So we actually did this probably like 7 or 8 years ago. We had 2 different seasonal brochures. So nothing new. We've done it before. We'll tend to it again and make sure it's done well. I got to say, over the years, we have done a lot of work, this committee and the tourism department, switching some of the job titles downstairs from data entry specialists to communication specialists, people that are equipped to handle social media and get out there and generate content. And the 2 girls downstairs, Casey and Janie, have been an excellent resource. Department's in very good hands with their talent. Casey has been managing social media, so a lot of photography-based content and videography-based content. They've got an action-packed program where they're going out to businesses, making reels, posting them, and engaging on the platform. Janie, our new hire, is a more writer-based. So she's currently writing content for the winter brochure, as well as content for the website and generating content for next year. So again, a lot of content for now being generated and a lot of content to be tucked away and used in print and collateral next year. And then we launched a website not that long ago, and it's a wonderful site, but inevitably when you launch a site, there's stuff that drops off from the old website that doesn't come over, modules that break that needs to be fixed, custom code that doesn't transfer. So just constantly going through the sheer size of it and patching up stuff, making sure that all the businesses are represented and all the modules that we have in play are working. And then after that is completed, just working it to fine tune it and add more features, bells and whistles, and SEO.
Peter, you want to just talk about a couple of those email blasts that we did that were very successful?
Sure. Actually, Paul has taken that over. I was out for a little bit when I had my child, and Paul took over and with his news background, he likes it. He's good.
Yeah.
Make a couple of mentions of that?
Yeah, it's a pretty exciting program. What we do is we select a couple of blogs, and we've got this new content coming in now with Janie. So we have timely blogs that go out. So we'll launch the e-blast with a couple of those to pique the interest of the reader, and then all of the events for that period of that particular e-blast will be featured on there. The major events, and you don't want to overwhelm the reader, so there's probably about 20 events on there. And the good thing about that is it goes to our businesses also. So our front desk managers know, and they can convey that to their guests. My advertisers are thrilled with it, and I can give you, monthly stats on the performance of it. And that's setting that out as well. So yeah, it's a pretty cool feature.
How about any information what Kristen rather was going to mention?
I know she's diligently working. That's out of
Yes, she had a couple of things here on a list that she gave to me. They recently did a joint media fan with Utopia, which is huge, as you know. It's a beautiful new attraction in the area, and that generated a lot of print media. So they brought in a lot of writers from Canada, Canadian, French speaking, and there's already been some articles coming out on American. You guys, sorry about that. I'm not a very good public speaker. She's been working on Americade 2023, and it looks like some occupancy tax grant summaries and evaluations and post-event. Kristen, I have some notes from Tanya as well. She's doing, let's see, meet and greets with incoming coaches. She's been busy since May. I need some water here. And then she's also doing on-site inspections of group-friendly attractions to assist operators with suggestions. She says she's doing a lot of other things that are kind of minutia. But if you have any questions, you can ask either one of them.
Anybody have any questions? We can follow up on some of this information. We're going to try to do this every meeting now. Each one of them working on down below and keep everybody informed on what's going on. The other part now on under referrals, we sent out the applications that were approved by Jackie HR. We got 31 inquiries. They came up with a list of about 6 that pretty much met or close. The rest of them, a lot of them didn't even fill out the application. So there was not much we can go on, they can go on. We did forward them out to the board last week, if anybody saw them and printed them and read them, because we need to move on this as soon as possible to try to have the interviews with these people and see if we can get it all done before the end of the month, if that's possible. So does the board have any suggestions? Mr. Weil?
Mr. Chairman, I'm not sure about the rest of the committee, but I've reviewed all those resumes. I don't see anyone that has matched or exceeded the 2 we selected before for second interviews. So my suggestion would just be to move forward with our prior selection.
So you're saying bring back the other 2 for one
I
more?
don't think we need to bring them back. I don't know. I'm not sure what else we're gonna learn.
So we need to decide.
I think we should decide now. Committee's here.
Mr. Dickinson, what do you feel?
I agree.
Mr. Leggett?
I haven't had a chance to.
Read them. Okay.
Now you're fired.
Ms. Kramer, have you had a chance to review any of the 4 that we sent? No?
No, sorry, Jean.
All right. Ms. Runyon? Are you still on with us? She hasn't had a chance to read them yet. All right, how about we just let everybody get a chance to read them, and maybe we'll call another quick meeting in about a week or 10 days from now. And if everybody's interested in just going with one of the 2 from the last group, then maybe we can get this going. And
I think it's important to get it going.
yes, definitely.
So, if we could just.
So how about it?
Today's Monday. Maybe we could have just.
We'll
another
send out
session on
another
Friday.
email. We'll send out another email to everybody in the committee to try to read the 4 that was sent. And if you have the opinion of Mr. Weil, I think we can move forward in about a week or 10 days. But I got to get the attorney to make sure we're doing it right, the right way. Will you make any opine on that?
Not right now. I don't hear anything that concerns me.
Okay. All right, sounds good. All right. Privilege to the floor. Anybody? I don't see. Yeah. All right, do we have anybody out in YouTube?
Hi, Chairman Merlino. No, there's nothing on YouTube.
All right. Oh, anybody further questions on the board? Mr. Dickinson?
I was really intrigued by the article in the paper the other day about Luzerne.
Yeah, it's a big thing. It's gonna happen. Yeah,
I put August 3rd down on my calendar there.
you gotta come to it. It's really,
Oh, yeah. That's
it's
great.
supposed to be a very historical piece of paper that the gentleman's gonna donate to the town, so
That's great.
they're working hard on it. Yeah, we just had something, it's really something.
Yeah, it is.
All right,
I didn't see that, Jake. Could you?
it's on the front page of the Post Star Sunday. The naming of Luzerne.
The person I named it for.
All right, motion adjourned.
So
Mr.
moved.
Dixon, Mr. Weil, everybody in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you all for coming.
Wow.
Talk to you more in the next couple of days. Thank you.